All right, guys, today we have some exciting PlayStation news to go over and discuss, starting with the February PlayStation Plus games lineup. This is an absolutely incredible month that Sony is delivering for their PlayStation Plus subscribers. They have been knocking it out of the park recently with their PS Plus games lineup, and I hope to see it continue. But for February, we're looking at Destruction All-Stars, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. We're looking at Control Ultimate Edition, where PlayStation 5 owners will actually be getting the upgrade that is offered as well, which is a pretty substantial one. And we're also looking at Concrete Genie. Now, these games will be able to be downloaded on February 2nd, and I really can't stress enough just how big of a month this is. Last month was very big. We got Maneater for PlayStation 5. We got Greedfall as well as Tomb Raider, and I'm just interested to see if Sony keeps this up because they are providing some incredible value here for their subscribers. But when it comes to Destruction All-Stars, there was a state of play that was also dropped today out of nowhere. This seems to be something that Sony is going to continue to do, and I've mentioned this before, where they will just spontaneously, out of nowhere, drop a state of play for one of their upcoming exclusive titles. Now, I don't think they're going to take the same approach for games such as Horizon Forbidden West or God of War Ragnarok, because those are much bigger titles than, say, something like Destruction All-Stars. Therefore, I think they're going to give a little bit more leeway and announce that ahead of time so more people can tune in. But I do like what they have going here. I like the fact that they are giving these games their own in-depth kind of breakdowns of what to expect from them. And so I may or may not do a reaction video to Destruction All-Stars, but we do have some interesting information regarding this PlayStation 5 exclusive that I do want to relay to you guys, because I'm sure a lot of you are going to be giving this game a try since it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus. I do want to take a second to let you know as well that when it comes to Control Ultimate Edition, if you are a PlayStation 5 owner, you are going to be getting all of the visual enhancements. I believe they are going to have ray tracing. It will be bumped up to 60 FPS, which is huge for a game like Control, because this game did struggle somewhat in the frame rate department on the older consoles. They did confirm that they are taking advantage of the DualSense, and you will get all of the DLC since it is the Ultimate Edition. And so the two DLC packs that come with it, it's called the Foundation and the AWE expansions. So really awesome. I really enjoyed Control. I did platinum it, and I'm certainly going to go back and play it once again on the PlayStation 5. Absolutely incredible month. Really can't stress that enough. I haven't played Concrete Genie. That's another title I may have to try to make some time to play. But all in all, Sony's just absolutely knocking it out of the park, as I said. But giving you a little bit of information on Destruction All-Stars, it says Sony is dipping its toes into the games as a service with Destruction All-Stars. Initially a full-priced release before being pledged for PlayStation Plus, this is a car combat game with a heavy emphasis on multiplayer. As with any game in that vein, developer Lucid Games is looking to support it long-term in the months following launch. Towards the end of the new State of Play video, Lucid's Colin Berry explains that launch is just the beginning and confirms that new modes, characters, and refreshed playlists will be added throughout the rest of the year. And so some people are a little bit upset with this title, or at least the State of Play, because they did confirm microtransactions. And the reason why some people are upset, even though we are getting this free on PlayStation Plus, a lot of people do not look at it as a free-to-play game because you do have to pay to be subscribed to PlayStation Plus, which is understandable. But they're upset because this game is going to have two currencies, one of which you cannot earn in-game, and apparently there's going to be certain cosmetics that will be locked behind that paid currency, which I think is fine. Nobody really has a problem with that, but it says here, however, it does seem like there's a little more to destruction points than it first appears. Now, the destruction points, I believe, is the paid currency within Destruction All-Stars. And so it says that there's going to be some things that are locked behind this paid currency. The game's challenge series, which looks to be a little like a traditional arcade fighting game ladder, will focus on the All-Star and their rival. But to play these, you'll need to, quote, buy in, unquote, using the aforementioned destruction points, meaning you effectively have to pay to play them. And so they did provide a little bit of an explanation, and It says they provide a little bit of backstory and character motivation, as well as plenty of heated action. In each challenge, you'll pit your skills against rivals in the title's various gameplay modes, as well as unique single-player challenges. Challenges culminate in a final showdown with a rival. And so, there's cutscenes involved. And if you've ever played any of these fighting games, you play through the arcade with the characters, and at the end, you get a little cutscene that adds a little bit more depth or backstory to the characters. That sounds exactly like what this is. And frankly, I don't think you're going to be missing out on all too much here if you're not willing to pay for this. I understand why some people are upset. For me personally, I don't really care. If I'm really that interested in these characters and I want to know more, sure, I'll just pay for the points and check it out. But something tells me I'm not going to be. The thing I'm going to be interested in is the gameplay and how fun it is. And that's the part that's free for PlayStation Plus owners. And that's what matters most to me. So, let me know in the comments below if this is like a make or break thing for you. For me personally, I think it's totally fine. They're going to have to make money on the game somehow. It's already clear that Sony's going to be losing some money on this because they were initially planning to sell it at $70 at launch, but they realized that that's not going to go over very well. So they have to kind of, make the money where they can. But yeah, let me know what you think about this PlayStation Plus lineup as well as Destruction All-Stars in the comments below. But I'm going to close out this video by letting you guys know that The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima lead nominations for the 24th annual DICE Awards. So pretty big deal here for both games. Sony Interactive Entertainment's The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima lead the nominations for the 24th Annual DICE Awards as revealed by the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. The Last of Us Part 2 has been nominated for 11 awards, followed by Ghost of Tsushima with 10 nominations. Supergiant Games Hades has been nominated in 8 categories. And so this is a very big deal because from what I understand, and I saw some articles written up about this, specifically for The Last of Us Part 2, I think it has broken a new record where it's like the most nominated game of all time. And it's just, it's just cleaning house. But I'm also very impressed to see that Ghost of Tsushima is holding its own as well. I do believe Spider-Man Miles Morales also has a couple of nominations. And so, yeah, this is just really good. I always like to see hard work and talent recognized in any field, in any medium, obviously. But when you look at what Sony has been able to achieve with their first-party titles, I mean, they are just doing an amazing job. And there's other games and other developers and publishers that obviously deserve to be here as well. But, obviously, a lot of you know how I feel about The Last of Us Part 2, but credit where it's due. Naughty Dog, when it comes to what they were able to do in many different areas with this game, is just far and away like untouchable in many ways, and I think what Sucker Punch has done with Ghost of Tsushima, I think that they just kind of came out and surprised everybody and showed like, look, this is what we can do. We're much better than we were before. We're continually improving. We don't just put out something that's mediocre. Even Insomniac Games with Spider-Man Miles Morales being able to produce something so high quality in such a short period of time. I think it's just very interesting to see how Sony continues to kind of lead the way in a lot of these areas. So anyway, that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like. It really helps it out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification bell, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.